man? It is BJ here. How is everybody doing tonight? I hope this video finds you well. Tonight we got a good one. You might be a fragrance influencer but first, if you like Frugal Frags, guys, make sure you click that like and slam that subscribe, because tonight we're gonna have fun. Make sure that you never go high and dry. You always moisturize for $50 or less. That's the mission of this channel, guys. And you might be a fragrance influencer if you can say something like that without reading the script. Guys, what's going on? There's a lot of fragrance reviewers on YouTube, and a lot, you know? And it was probably during COVID when I started watching fragrance reviews. And I had never watched fragrance reviews up to that. And believe me, guys, I've been on the internet. I was on YouTube on day one, practically. I've been on YouTube for a long time. And I will tell you that I have never watched a fragrance review. It never even occurred to me. I just have always bought Frugal Frags, and I've always bought them. I always collected them. And, you know, it really didn't start in the 80s when I was younger. It started, well, I had fragrances, but it was more, you know, when I got maybe in the 90s, when I turned about maybe 30, when the 90s seemed to be when all the fragrances started happening. I mean, we started getting the, you know, the Nauticas and the, you know, and the Abercrombie and Fitch, you know, and all of these different colognes just started hitting the market, and I was going haywire buying all these different colognes because I just loved fragrances. And you know, I think I may have told you this story, but in the past doing my fragrance reviews, but I've never had anybody in the circle of my friends that were really fragrance people. It's always just me. I don't know why. And you know, sometimes I get some smart remarks, sometimes I get some good comments. You know, it's kind of strange how it works, but yeah, I don't let it bother me, because I don't wear fragrances for other people. I wear them for me. And that's the way it should work. So which reminds me, man, you might be an influencer if you got big tits and nice cleavage and you're trying to get guys to buy guys' cologne. You might be an influencer. Hey, you might be I'll tell you what, man, you might be an influencer if your mailbox smells better than your house. You're probably an influencer if you have more bottles of juice than you do pairs of socks. You might be a fragrance influencer if your signature scent is every other day. You might be a fragrance influencer if you pray to God that the blind buy that you just bought is as good as the box looks. I know you're a fragrance influencer if you're saying, I'll just add one more to the cart and it's 2:30 a.m. You might be a fragrance influencer if your friends ask, man, you smell good, what are you wearing? And you give them a 5-minute note breakdown. You might be a fragrance influencer if you're layering scents like they're cocktails. There's no doubt about this one, guys, and there's a lot of you out there. You might be a fragrance influencer if you're doing fragrance reviews and you got 7,500 bottles of fragrances behind you. You might be a fragrance influencer if you ever described a fragrance as boozy, a little bit pineapple and a little bit amber, and really meant it. You're most definitely a fragrance influencer if you planned your outfit around your fragrance. You're probably a fragrance influencer if your top 10 is changing every time somebody asks. You might be a fragrance influencer if you ever wore a fragrance to bed just to satisfy yourself. Oh, there's no doubt about this, guys, and I know I've heard it already 100 times. You might be a fragrance influencer if your backup bottle has a backup bottle. You're a fragrance influencer if you smell your wrist in public. Oh my goodness gracious, you're definitely a fragrance influencer if you say, man, this smells like 2012 and really meant it. Oh guys, I know there's a lot of you out there. I see you all the time, man. You're probably a fragrance reviewer if you're doing a fragrance review and smelling the fragrance for the very first time. You're probably a fragrance reviewer if the cook comes out of the kitchen and asks you what you're wearing. There's no doubt about this, guys. You're probably a fragrance reviewer if you have more than 1 bottle of fragrance in your gym bag. Okay, guys, man, I hope you enjoyed this video of all you influencers, man. I might even fall into a few of these. But I had all these fragrances way before all of this whole fragrance freaking thing started, and I was doing all this stuff, and man, I thought I was unique because the people I was around, they just didn't wear frags, guys. So any further ado, I don't know what I got here, man. We got Nautica Voyage from the other night. Let's go ahead and spray that on us, because you know what we do here, man, at Frugal Frags. We want to smell good for you, just like you do. Nautica Voyage Heritage, guys. I like it a lot, and I'll tell you what, you can't beat it for a freshie under $20. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this sensational video, because you might be an influencer, and if you think you're an influencer and you got some words for me, leave them down in the comments below, because I want to hear from you, because you know how I am. I'm BJ. I always answer all the notes. Guys, until next time, please consider clicking that like and slamming that subscribe, because you smell so damn good. Because I smell so damn good now too. Hug somebody you love. Peace.